Hey, you get something for the quest reward. Oh, this is the pleasure hill, guys. Ever shh. Oh, this shit is crazy. If I told my parents I was like, yeah, we're gonna go to this, we're gonna go on vacation. And then I came back from vacation, they're like, how'd it go? And I show them this picture right here. They're recommending psychiatric evaluation.
You didn't.
It says, I went to the largest LARP in North America called Bickling. Bickling? Right, it's a month ago. And a bunch of these videos came up on my feed. This is just the one I'm choosing to watch. But like, honestly, this would be, it sounds like it's in Quebec. Oh, I see. Like, it sounds like something I would be really interested in going to.
This is a 7-day-long event where you become a character, role-playing, living in a medieval village. You can attend combat training every morning or all day long. You can fight in medieval battles with thousands of people, go on skirmishes, complete quests, join religions, or even cults. You can invade guilds at any point in time, duel people on the street. There's even a river you can swim in. There's decorum and non-decorum camping. You can go to multiple towns that are there all year round, and they all look medieval. It's extremely themed. People here.
This is so cool, bro. I'm so sorry, but the nerd in me is like, now this is a vacation, bro. Now that's a vacation. And I can make the whole thing into content. Wouldn't that be crazy, bro?
Do not mess around when it comes to the theming. It is so strict, and that's what makes Beekling so special. Not to mention, there's like 5,500 people that attend this event. And for the grand battle, there's like over 3,000 people fighting. Now, Beekling does have many events that happen monthly.
3,000 people IRL just running at each other in a field that have been literally sweating together for like 7 days. I'll bet you probably make better friends on this trip than you do in the rest of your life. 7 days. Like, dude, this sounds like an experience, you know what I mean? Like,
but the largest event, and the one that I will be covering specifically, is called the Grand Bataille. And because
maybe I'll find a woman here. Or maybe I'll find someone pretending to be a woman. Wait a minute.
there is so much land here, I should mention that you will walk up to 15 miles a day. Like me specifically, I walked a little over 11
Even better,
miles
that's right.
every other day, especially because of the skirmishes being
They said you could be whatever you want.
deep in the woods and the battles.
I could just be a dragon.
Like the battles, you really run a lot. Over 11 miles a day. That's nuts. But I know some people
11
that were hiking
miles
up to
a
50.
day? I'm coming back in shape.
So it really just depends on how much you want to do, really. And if you're wondering if it's French speaking.
Where do you come from?
Je viens de Los Angeles. Et vous?
Je viens de Terrebonne.
Oui, oui. And
Oh,
if you
so
don't
they
speak French, it's totally fine. For the most part, everybody does speak English, at least just a little bit. So you
Okay, bet. I was going to say, bro, if it's only French, I'm going to be really bummed
are
out.
able to get by and maybe even learn some French along the way, which I definitely did. My phone has been in French since I left. And if you have
French is a super attractive language, so I'm okay with learning bits and
heard
pieces
of
of it.
LARPs before and you thought it was like the movie Role Models, I will tell you right now, it is nothing like that. It's actually super, super cool. And to be honest, I'm kind of upset that it put a bad taste in my mouth about what it was.
You have to go full into it like this. If you're full, first of all, guys, I have not attended LARP, and I just want to be clear that that is not me. That's not me. But that is a picture of me in the future. That being said, if you go full into it with people, I bet that this shit would be so much fun. You know what I mean? Like RPing for 7 straight days with like actual weapons and like combat and stuff. That would be crazy. That guy's too tall. I'm 6'3". What?
Because I've been missing out on these incredible experiences I could have been having for my whole life, and I didn't even know it existed. So if you're the type of person that's like, oh, I don't want to do that, it's a bunch of nerds. I mean, yeah, we are a bunch of nerds, but I'm telling you, it's super dope. Like, there is nothing like it. My life has changed. It's all because of this trip. I'm not even kidding. Now, if you think this sounds really cool and you want to go, let's talk about the LARPing experience, because I think this is important.
Yeah.
This was my first LARP I have ever attended, and it definitely was the easiest LARP I could have attended for my first time. You truly can just go into this not knowing what the heck is going on, and you're going to have a blast, and you'll just figure it out along.
What the bro, I can't. Can you guys do that with a sword? What the?
Not knowing. And it definitely was the easiest LARP I could have attended for my first time. You truly
This is my first time, by the way.
can just go into this not knowing what the heck is going on, and you're going to have a blast, and you'll just figure it out along the way. So if you have never LARPed in your life, but this sounds interesting to you and it sounds fun, I'm telling you right now, you don't have to have any LARPing experience to go. In fact, you don't have to be interested in LARPing literally.
What are we watching right now? No, this is your and I's vacation. You're going to be the cameraman the whole time. It's going to be great. We're going to have a...
At all to go. You're gonna
This
have
would be so much fun, though. Tell me
an
this would be
incredible
fun.
time, I'm telling you. Now, because this is a LARP and it's based in a medieval village, you do have to dress a very specific way in order to attend. You cannot show up in just basic sneakers and a t-shirt and jeans. That's not allowed. No, Beakeling is very strict on decorum and what you wear. And in fact, you're not even allowed to have phones or technology in general. For the entire week you're there, yeah, you can keep stuff in your tent.
Well, they have to do... Okay, all right. They have to like have paid her or something. There's no shot, because like she wouldn't have gotten the footage and shit, right? Like, so they have to allow content creators to film stuff, right? But like you can't have phones and stuff, but like they have to allow you to film for stuff, you know what I mean?
Tent, but you're not gonna ever remove it from your tent at any point because it cannot be seen.
Yeah, no, I'll go as like Brienne of Tarth, you know what I mean? And you can be Podrick. Or Tyrion. Carry all my stuff, like
By anyone there. And I'm telling you, the no phones thing,
also,
I mean, besides the battles, it's like
true. Podrick gets all the bitches.
the second best thing that I enjoyed about this trip was just being entirely disconnected. And if I wanted to find someone that I had met, I would have to walk like miles in order to see if they were there. And if they weren't, well, I might not see them for a few days, but that's okay. That's just how it works. After Beakeling, I don't like the whole texting thing. It just kind of feels like a waste of time. If someone really
Holy
wanted to
based.
come find me and see me, they would actively have to like walk and look for me. That just felt so much more genuine than texting someone back. You know, how often do you have someone show up to your house because they want to see you? Literally never happens. Knowing I had nothing
But what if I don't want to see other people, though? You know what I mean? Part of the reason that a lot of people order DoorDash is because they just less human interaction.
to worry about at all and being entirely
Can I
disconnected.
be the queen? Yeah, you can be anything.
And no one could contact me. I had no service. It was one of the best feelings in the world. I wish I could live like that all the time. And not to mention, it made communicating with people and making friends so much easier. At no point during this trip was I not present. In fact, about a day in, I completely forgot about the real world. It was life-changing. I can't stress it enough. It really was. Now, the decorum and the items that you wear also bleeds into the items that you bring with you for camping. So if you're gonna bring a light frame,
I would want to be a court jester. I'm not gonna lie. I'm walking around with the clown suit and shit, guys. Like I'm not like we're going, we'd be going in, you know what I mean?
instance, you're gonna bring something like this to light your path, or something that just looks more fitting into the medieval world. You're not gonna bring like a headlamp and wear that around town. No, that would ruin the immersion for not just yourself, but everyone else. And even when you're going to shower, people bring baskets with their clothes in it. You're not going to bring something that looks modern. The most modern thing that you will have that will be in your tent will be your suitcase. And everything else will be decorum. So it's just a good thing to keep in mind. It really is that themed.
What about, like,
okay, so you have all the
shoes?
decorum
'Cause,
now.
like-
Let's talk about your character.
Yeah, what about like the shoes, bro? Because like I don't want to wear that medieval shoe crap. Can I wear hokas? If I draw on them and color them like the correct color, can I wear my hokas? You know what I'm saying?
So Beakeling
How about Crocs for the river? Yes, no? Like,
specifically isn't
is this considered decorum? You know, like, is that... We're in. You know what I mean?
super strict on character development like I have studied in other LARP events that I will be going to in the future. Before I attended Beacoline, I was supposed to go to another LARP, which was very character driven, and it involved a lot more legwork to bring my character to life to even attend the event. This wasn't like that at all. I could truly just go with a name and be myself the whole time. I didn't have to have an accent, I didn't have to dress a certain way. It really just depends how much of a character you want to play while you are there. Let's talk about roleplay a bit, because it does play a part in the world. You are gonna have to roleplay a little
Look, guys. Girls.
bit if you wanna
That guy's literally Gollum.
get the most out of this. Okay, so you can just be yourself, and the goal is just to go along with any situation that comes at you as if it's actually happening. And it's super easy to do once you're in it, I promise. Nothing to be afraid of. It's a blast. The quests that you attend and the battles, the rituals, the ceremonies, that all falls into the role-playing category. It makes everything feel so exciting when you just really dive into it. It doesn't have to be this scary thing. It's really not. It's just improv. In fact, there were many rituals I attended at Beacoline. So this is to join a cult. This is a really scary looking...
In the tavern's twilight, seek with all your might the bear and the guard in the flickering light. Embrace the cult.
I'm gonna make a cult. I'm gonna name it Jae-hee Kim. They'll never expect a thing. It's gonna be crazy.
In the realm of the night, where
The poster is just gonna be Fugar with Jay's face.
joys are endless and hearts take flight.
I got so dyslexic.
The bear and the guard, that is our only hint. We think it's at the Mage Tower.
Yeah, it's either that or it might be like a different tavern.
Yeah, so we go on Wednesday night and we bring this, and then we can enter. Enter what?
There's
Cult.
there's a bear thing happening actually. Wait, so there's a quest over in Newtown for a bear challenge where you go and you can earn solar doing some sort of like fighting thing.
We figured it out.
Bear challenge? I'm so sorry. Let's back up for a minute. Because first you called it a bear challenge, and then you said you could earn money by doing some combat thing. So I just need you to clarify, are you going to have to fight a bear? Because if so, really, we are going to be Brienne of Tarth. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause that's pretty crazy.
And in fact, to even get to this ceremony, I had to complete many tasks.
Have a seat first. I know, but a lot of, as you may know, the cult is all about pleasure. It kind of depends on what.
Is that so? Where is the cult happening again? Where is that? That's Wednesday night? That's what you up on the hill?
What your pleasures are. Do you just prefer drink, food? In which case, bring something to the party. Or if, I see your arms, you are ready for battle.
Yes.
There is a champion, Scarlet Champion, that needs to be defeated.
I'm up for the task.
You can challenge as much as you want.
I'm going to challenge the shit out of that Scarlet Champion. Assuming that they don't have a penis, we're going to be challenging it all night.
Is it no?
No.
I got a heart attack.
I want to fight.
I hope you find pleasure in your opponent.
Yeah, you see, like you think it's going one way. You think it's going one way, where he's like, yeah, you have to go challenge the Scarlet Champion. You're like, oh, I hope you find pleasure in your opponent. Wait, back up. What? Wait, hold up, bro. Wait. Yeah, I'm sure after you were like, oh, he's over-sexualizing it. And then he says this little number.
If you find pleasure in your opponent.
I have to challenge the Scarlet Witch to combat.
Do you wish for him? You may have met him before.
I love that chat literally just said, plot twist, he's the Scarlet Champion. And then he lays this on. Look at that shit-eating grin on his face. Oh, dude, he's like, oh shit, I'm gonna get a challenger that doesn't have a penis this time. That's crazy, bro. Wait, what did he say?
You may have met him before. It's me.
Honestly, if he had a fedora, I would say that this guy's job in real life would be a Reddit moderator. But like, I want to believe that this is some really cool thing that you can go up on the hill to like experiment with people and like do some crazy, like challenge a Scarlet Champion. And then I kind of look over to this guy like he shouldn't be within 500 feet of a school. Who's looking at me like I need to get out, you know what I mean? And then like, and what this guy is saying here, I don't really know exactly what to think here, you know what I mean? Like,
No, it's the dude named Meat.
I'm going to fight Meat, which is someone that I have been
oh, the name is
a
Meat.
part of like a sword group with, and I haven't.
So the Scarlet Champion's name is Meat, and you have to find a pleasure in meat. And this is where we're at.
Fought him yet, but I know he's
Beat the meat, if you will.
really good.
Jack is really good at transferring fighting styles.
Didn't get me yet.
This is cool, bro. I would do this.
Felt like getting planted a little earlier, but
Hold on.
What I find really cool is that this entire encounter was not at all abnormal or strange. Like, to us, outside of, like, bickling, yeah, we're, like, teasing. But, like, in the moment, it's really obvious that, like, no one really gave a shit. No one was, like, taken off guard by it. And it was just, like, you know, like, everybody's in character and just, like, saying what they need to say. And, like, it's just cool, you know?
what's wrong?
Let's go beat our meat together.
Don't f***ing tell me. What are you?
The meat together.
What are you talking about?
Where's Steve?
Where's Steve? What are you talking about?
You?
I just stole something. Yes, you can steal things from people, and if I keep it to the end of Beakeline, I win a prize, but...
Wait, you're rewarded for stealing? Wait, you can steal things from people and you're rewarded from it? Or for it?
I have to keep it on me. I can't just like hide it in my tent, so it's very
You're where? Oh, tent. Right.
heavy.
Where the Steve?
Where's the booze?
Where's Steve? I'm like,
I was gonna say, I think it would be kind of weird if you had one side that was larger than the other. I think it would kind of give it a, but yeah, that
He's in
makes
there
sense.
too.
What? You did just set it down right where everyone could steal it.
It was here!
No, it's right there by your tank.
No, it's fine. It's a game.
Ain't that Steve?
No. It's okay. You'll find it.
Literally right here.
It was right there.
Who took it?
I don't know. Someone right there is looking real f***ing smug.
I don't know if smug is the word that I would use for that particular face, but yeah, he's looking like something.
She knows who did it.
So, did you lose Steve
Yeah, I put him down to
on the
duel.
last day?
I put him down to duel. I had him for a whole day and a half.
You had the asset to protect, friend.
Just so
One of you just did it. Do not keep it in your tent. I swear to God.
Alright, let's continue.
Drink out of him, like display him. Don't puppy guard him.
Oh, you didn't get me yet. Did I get your hand?
That
I
guard.
said get your hand.
That guard is good.
That hook, right?
Yeah. And it's tough enough to actually take a hit.
Oh, you got me.
Oh, did he get that back from you?
Yeah, I did. He stole it from me. That came out of the Porta Johns. I saw him, and we fought.
So this is just like an honor system then? No, you didn't get me. I just lopped off your head, missed. If I'm wearing, I'm an evasion build. You can't hit me.
Got my arm.
Freedom while he's
Defended it
distracted
for
about
fucking-
his...
I go to the party now.
I think so. Hell yeah.
Oh, it's scary.
Good fight.
Hey, you get something for the quest reward. Oh, this is the pleasure hill, guys. Shh. This shit is crazy. If I told my parents I was like, yeah, we're gonna go to this, we're gonna go on vacation. And then I came back from vacation, they're like, how'd it go? And I show them this picture right here. They're recommending psychiatric evaluation.
You didn't hit me, I was lagging.
Yeah, I was lagging. Yeah, 100%. Like, this is vacation, guys. This is what a good vacation looks like.
I wonder if you could just walk up to people and ask for duel for spot.
You absolutely can. Some people like cruises, some people like beaches, some people like mountains, and some people like to walk out in the pitch black darkness and entertain cult leaders with antlers on their head. So, really a preference.
You are the pillars of our community. Your vision and dedication and passion for life and pleasure, who are the true stars. You breathe life into the values and make our community vibrant and alive.
I'm gonna be honest. If she didn't dump that down my throat, I would have been upset. I want like that guzzling. It's probably a bad word for it, but like that's the fantasy that I want if you're gonna dump wine into my mouth. I don't want that's just not gonna do it.
But these ceremonies are more than just ceremonies. It's something that connects with the world and the story of beagling. And there's also a game I found out that you can actually play year-round that affects the guilds, the kingdoms, and the overall narrative of the story happening within beagling, which is absolutely crazy because it means that all the battles that we participate in, it actually goes much deeper than just deciding to do a battle during that 1 week of the Grand Bataille. No, it has to do with the game that's running all year round. Now,
bro, that's insane. Also, these guys are winning. I don't even care. Look at their armor, bro. There's just no shot. You lose to this shit every time. That guy just outgears the crap.
Let's talk about the battles. This is the best part about beagling, in my opinion. Like, hands down, the battles, there's nothing that beats this for me. In fact, I'm sure that's why many people attend. Because on the day of the Grand Bataille, there's something called Zoo Day where everyone shows up just to fight. So these epic battles last anywhere from 3 to 4 hours. You can either be on the big battlefield or you can be deep in the woods, running back and forth through trees, trying to flank, trying to skirmish. Like, it is absolutely crazy. And if you're wondering if it's intense, it is. It's very intense.
Look at the dynamic.
You're wondering if it's intense.
Look at the dynamic, bro. You have these over here that are just going at it, okay? They're just beating the shit out of each other. And then you got this guy. What?
It is. It's very intense. These battles feature 2 opposing teams, and multiple guilds can be on each team and team up together, which is really cool. They also give you armbands with a specific color so you know who is on your team and who is...
Yo, how do you not die during battle? Play range.
An enemy and not an enemy.
It's just like real life. Like, do you want a lower chance of dying? Be in the Air Force. Tough to die when you're... The thing you're most at risk of dying of in the Air Force is like a heart attack or some like high blood pressure, you know, diabetes. These are the silent killers. You know, from the drone is really far from you, but like it doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Just resubscribed for 24 months.
Something 321. Welcome back for 2 full years. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, man. What a specimen.
Which is really helpful when you're fighting. Trust me. And
Air Force, yeah, that's what people call it when they're upset that they joined the infantry instead of the Air Force. Oh yeah, well they're pussies. They are alive though, so there's that.
You can even get paid to fight for the other side. I know a lot of people that did this because they were trying to make Solar, and they fought on the other side every single time because guilds were paying them to. It pays to be a good fighter in beagling. It really.
You can be Neptunes.
Really does. These battles are no joke. They are no joke. If you've ever wondered what it was like to fight in a battle back in the day, this is the way you find out. These battles are highly strategic. You have generals that you follow into battle that give you... I'm
giving the Braveheart speech. I'm gonna be honest with you, or something equivalent to it. Sons of Scotland, well, Quebec. You know what I mean? Like, I would be going in on this shit.
Fallouts, and you also have like massive shield walls.
I don't necessarily need to be involved in the strategy per se, but I'm like a morale boost, you know what I mean? I'd be shot calling the shit out of this in real time like this.
That come up to the front lines, it's insane. There are also mini weapons you can choose from, like pikes, swords, axes. You can be an archer. I mean, it's a lot. You can even run through the woods and skirmish from behind and flank the enemy. It's absolutely insane. Oh. And there's also monsters that you can buy with in-game resources. It takes 10 hits to kill them.
What?
And 1 hit from them, you're dead. Minimum of 3,000 people fighting each other.
Keep the shield wall tight and strong.
I'm going to be a wizard and throw water balloons at people XD.
Victory! Yes! Victory! Yes!
Like, imagine thousands of people rushing towards you with weapons to fight you. It's so much fun. Now, if you're the type of person that's like, oh yeah, battles, but not for me, I promise you, you're going to want to give it a go, because I, myself, was like, oh, I'll fight, but in my head, I was like, I'm gonna
say this is giga cringe. No, I think you have to like if you're in real life looking at this, sure, it could be giga cringe, but like, you gotta think about this, like, be in the moment and be someone bigger than yourself. You know what I mean? Like, it's a chance to kind of become someone else for a week and just unplug from society and like meet a tremendous amount of new people in a really fun and interactive way. I think I don't know if there's anything else really like this anymore that like truly forces you to engage with human beings on this like level. You know what I mean? Blue, you're bigger than yourself. Eat less. Okay, thanks, man.
I'm gonna fight, I'm gonna get hurt. That's scary. After I went through combat training and I practiced dueling one-on-one with people, it actually...
Like you have to like get into it, you know what I mean? You have to think about it, what it would be like if like everyone around you was in character and you're in character. It's, if you're the only one in character or there's a few people out of character, it ruins it for everyone, right? Everyone feels awkward. But if everyone is in character, no one feels awkward. You get this from like Dungeons and Dragons groups, right? D&D groups and Pathfinder groups. Like, if there's one guy like making fun of people for making accents at the table, who's really the dick here? Who's really the cringe lord here? Okay, like it's really the guy that's just pretending to be above it all. Like, the rest of us at least have the imagination to get into it and are having fun, you know?
Actually turned into my favorite activity out of everything I did at Beacon. Like, the fighting for me was the best part.
We are approximately 5 minutes before the battle.
Are we?
How are you? I don't know, I'm just guessing.
Look at her armor.
I'm in the clip, that's kinda relevant. URL.
Bro, that's crazy. It's kind of relevant. Okay, hold on. The hardest KO in M1 Medieval. Is that a boxing arena? Are those real swords? Oh my god. That's like a UFC fight. That's crazy. Full plate arm. Beating the crap out of each other. At a certain point, if you're in plate armor, it just becomes about bludgeoning your opponent to death. And that's exactly why we're watching essentially a cat fight between two knights. Look at... And now he's on the ground, he's cooked. Getting up in full plate. Yeah, like... Yep. Bro, you get put on the ground in full plate, this cook. Yeah. Bro, that's like some shit out of Shrek. Give him the chair! Give him the chair! Music's playing in the background and shit. Oh my god, can you teabag people at Bickling when you beat them? Just like up and down on them? Just... You know what I mean? Like, that shit would be crazy. Just like BDO, bro.
confident with this sword. It's small.
I'm going for a
Size does
big
not
ass
matter.
spear. I'm just gonna destroy people. She's wearing a GoPro, which tells me that you can absolutely have stuff on you. Right? So she's got this GoPro on and it's definitely recording. So like that tells me it's creator friendly.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see everyone go at it. It's gonna be great.
Hey guys, welcome back to another battle. It's your girl.
Oh, he's got a pipe.
The pipe guy on the right.
Yeah, the guy with the long ass pike is winning, bro.
So don't miss out on it. Even if you're afraid, do not miss out on it. You're gonna love it. But let's talk about safety, because of course there has to be some sort of safety on the battle.
Yeah, I'm not into LARP either. Like I've never really LARPed before in my life, but like this would be something that I think this is just like such an immersive experience. You know what I mean? I love big experiences in my life, and I think that this would be really cool. You know,
battlefield. You just can't go out with any weapon. So safety at Beekleen is a top priority. Okay, you will not catch someone going out on the field doing something they shouldn't do without getting in trouble and getting kicked off the field. They are very strict. Even if you don't see the workers at Beekleen, because they're pretty in disguise, they are there watching. There are game masters watching to make sure people aren't doing something that could injure someone else. Even the ways that you hold the pike have to be done a certain way, so that way you do not injure someone. And you can't just bring anything onto the field. No, it has to go through a process with Beekleen in order to get approved as a LARP weapon. In fact, this is something that gets
what masters, their game the GM, CM team, just making sure that nobody exploits. You know what I mean? No, don't want anybody exploiting.
Checked not only once, but when you enter the battlefield, it gets checked again. So twice this gets checked. So the safety being so incredibly strict, you're gonna have a good time. You're not gonna get injured. And if someone was to accidentally injure you, like I do know someone that got hit in the face a couple of times. You got hit in the face with what? That pike.
Scrimmager's alive?
You did?
Alive?
Yeah, I got hit in the face.
You guys alive?
Hard?
You wanna come side with me?
Well, your face looks fine, bitch. Get back in there.
I'm okay. Even when I was fighting and I got hit pretty hard, I mean, it stung for a second and it went away. Honestly, I was just way too hyped to be in battle to even think about it. So you aren't required to wear armor, but you can wear armor. It protects you if you get hit.
I would be literally the best field general, like Lieutenant Moore. Like, I just got hit in the face with a pole. I don't give a shit. Get in there. Dive deep. Okay. Like, the pussies in the back gotta move up. Like,
hit a certain number of times, it protects you.
Damage on
and
ping!
The only type of armor that counts from hits is metal armor or leather armor.
Okay, yeah,
Eye
yo, the
protection
blood
is
looks
also
kind of raw. That's
recommended,
crazy.
But this does not have to be decorum. I think this is like the only item that doesn't have to be decorum. But if combat isn't your thing, there are many other things you can do on the battlefield while the fight is happening. You can give people water. You can be a bard playing music in the battlefield. This is one of the best.
Holy, who the hell goes to one of these events and is just like, I want to RP a shy? That's insane. Get the out of here.
Parts, like when you're fighting and you hear someone playing a bagpipe, it's amazing. I want the bagpipes. Did you hear the bagpipes walking up?
No, because I'm gonna hear that and I'm gonna think of bongos and I'm gonna start having PTSD and I'm gonna run from the battlefield screaming.
I love the bagpipes. Me too. It's the best part. They're so funny. They're so good. And it's also considered rude to kill a bard, so you could.
It's just like shy. It's unbelievable how uncanny that resemblance actually is. It's Black Desert players. It's either rude to kill a shy or it's strongly encouraged. You know what I mean? But like you're hitting a child in a lot of cases, and like that's not something that I would ever do on stream. But like it is something that like a lot of players do enjoy.
Just stand there and play music and no one's gonna hurt you. I mean, they shouldn't. They could if they really wanted to, but they shouldn't. You can also have a tea party with the Fae while the battle is happening.
There are fairies?
Drinking tea, listening to everyone scream doesn't get better than that. Or you can also run around like the Kappa brothers who would go and hand out whiskey and bread.
Wait.
I found them during a skirmish and they gave me bread and it was so wonderful. Like I never had
these like minotaurs wandering through the forest handing out beer. Wait, what the? That's the guys. That's where I'm going. That's my calling.
had bread that tasted so good until I was in the middle of the forest after just having a 1v1 with someone and they just come hopping in the forest with bread. I was like, what is going on? And I will say at one point during the Grand Bataille, I laid down in the field on the side and the ASMR of the Grand Bataille was like, it was magical.
I think that you have a different definition of ASMR than probably the rest of us do. Yeah, but it was probably enjoyable. I don't know if ASMR are necessarily the letters that I would have chosen, per se.
Not only can you participate in these grand battles, but you can also participate in smaller battles like skirmishes. Skirmishes are by far my favorite thing of all, just because you get to do things that you see in video games. Specifically skirmishes like transporting the payload or King of the Hill.
Small scale PvP, boys. We're going in.
I love those because there's strategy behind it. And seeing it play out in real life is so fun. For instance, I actually went on a skirmish. It was about 300 people, and me and my friend Mockle ended up being the last two alive and ended up winning the whole skirmish.
I feel like we should camp when they're coming back with the bags and kill everyone else. And then run straight to the Emperor with the bag. We're so close to him right now.
Do we have any respawn threats?
No, we died. That's why I just want to camp until someone comes with the bag and then get them. Because they're going to be running this way. They're not going to expect us to pop out of the forest, grab the bag, and then, you know, or kill them and then grab.
Pikes and plate armor. Where do we
no. Them. We can kill. Bring us. Yeah. Hey, stay back here.
I guess the main issue is stamina. For some people, you know what? You know them. I know them. We all know. You know what I mean? Like, this is not the guy that I want to DFS, by the way. Again, I want to DFS the people that are struggling with stamina to bring that full circle. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody's holding the bag that's, say, you know, struggling to keep up with the rest of the pack, it's like picking off a wounded wildebeest, you know? This guy's 1vxing? Hold on. Okay, again, if you look closely, you can see someone that is indeed struggling with stamina, as it were. There's more open world PvP in this than there is in BDO.
What's your name? Kira.
Kira? Fucking awesome.
I told you guys! I saved it and I delivered it! You really did it, man. You really did it. Wow. We gosh, I'm like shaking. That was so intense.
It was one of the most amazing things I've ever experienced in my entire life. It's what dreams are made of. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah. Why are we wearing a dress on the battlefield? True. We're like picking teams for the event, and I'm like, you can be on the other team. I'm going to take this bullet. I'm going to let you go over there. And I am going to take the guy that is bald with a giant beard. You know what I mean? Like, it's
incredible. Oh, and because we won that skirmish, we ended up winning money too, which is great. I still owe Mockle Solar. I'll give it to you next year, I swear. I can't spend it anywhere, so I have it for you. Once the battles at Beakeline end, it's very common for everyone to just go to the river because it's super hot and you will be sweating.
Just let her talk.
But there's also some traditions that take place in the river, like the Shui ceremony. The priest
the traditions in the everybody in the river together, some traditions going on.
Comes out with a shoe, a golden shoe, and they literally pour wine in it, and everyone that wants to join the religion ends up drinking from the boot in the river, and it looks like this.
It's the cult of feet. Some sniffer emote looking disability people. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, this is about who I would say, yeah, they're worshiping the feet. You know what I mean? Like, they're literally like a girl put on this boot one time in a tavern and that's it, bro. Like, it's General Junker, yeah, welcome to the chat, buddy. You're living the user now. This is crazy, bro.
I didn't do it, but my friend Crow did. And
your friend Crow is weird. Yeah. If any point in your life you find yourself drinking out of a boot, stop and think to yourselves, if your ancestors saw you doing this, if they really would feel like humanity has evolved. You know, at a certain point, you have to wonder why your ancestors didn't drink from boots, and it was probably because all of the ones that did were killed from bacterial infection. But I digress.
it looked like a lot of fun. But do keep in mind, even if you are going swimming in the river, you cannot shower in it. So no soap of any kind is allowed. We're trying to protect.
But you can pee in it. Bro, that's what they told us on the raft. Bro, my family and I were on a whitewater rafting trip in Colorado, and they're like, yeah, you just pee in the river. Just get into the river and you just pee. And like at one point, we're all like swimming in the river, and we all just stopped and we were all looking at each other, and my mom's just like, so we all peeing or? And I was like, I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get this is That's the problem with swimming in the river with everyone else, is every time you feel some hot ass shit going by you, somebody just peed on you.
The river. We're trying to protect nature. But if the river's not good enough for you to just like wash off, you can't.
And hit right as it hit my name. Funniest thing I've had happen in a while. Add. Oh, F.
Can shower. There are showers, guys. Okay, we're not that medieval. While the days are packed with activities,
thank God,
the nights bring a whole new level of excitement. I feel like every time the sun went down, it was just easier to approach people. Like things happened more easily because the sun was down.
No. Things happened more easily because you're inebriated. Also on drugs. We find that playing video games is often the same thing. You know what I mean? Like awakening Nova players in Black Desert experiences all the time. All the time.
Does that make sense? Maybe it was the alcohol people were drinking.
There it is.
I didn't consider that. That could be it. Anyways, people are out and about wandering till early in the morning. Like some nights, I would see people out at like 5 a.m. going to a Viking party.
That's just like a normal like day for me then. I don't know about you guys, but
in the woods.
Sun... Shit, man, the sun's coming up. I gotta stop grinding orcs, man. I'm gonna head to bed.
You can go to taverns and listen to live music. You can go to the taverns just to drink. You can go questing. You can go to multiple guild parties. You can join a seance or go to a ceremony. You can raid someone's camp. Yes. You can raid someone's guild. One night.
And 9 months later, shies are born. Not wrong.
I decided to raid a vampire camp.
It's like maybe a 50% chance we end up with our blood sucks dry on a vampire table. But like maybe that's not the worst way to end the night. Who knows?
Wait, they're gonna suck your blood dry on the table? What? I kind of want to go to the vampire camp, bro. Again, like this is like they kind of just sell it, you know what I mean? Like
the best way to end the night.
Yeah, I mean, like there are worse things. It's rolling
for the pleasure. Yeah,
we go.
Kind of erotic.
We went miles, guys, trying to find this guild. We even paid people off to lead the way to the Vampire Guild. And then people ended up not even showing us where they were because they were so afraid of the Vampire Guild. And
oh my God, you can scam people out of money. It's just like real life. Holy shit. I'm going to name that person Stephen J. Sharif.
The vampires coming to take one of their own, that they did not want to get involved with what was going on. You can't do this in real life, you know? I felt like I was in Skyrim. It was crazy. I remember at 2 a.m. hearing chanting, like super loud chanting and stomping, and a bunch of dwarves ended up invading our camp. And this happened.
Okay, we're not going to pretend for a moment that all of the dwarves are bald, bearded guys. Like, what are we talking about? Yeah, were there perhaps 9 of said dwarfs? Perhaps a fair maiden with them? Did they seem to be in a mood? Perhaps a little grumpy. One of them may have been tired. One of them is certainly happy, right? Aren't there 7? Oh yeah, it's Snow White and the 7 dwarves. But actually, it's 9 if you consider the alcohol. There's 2 dopies. Also 2 happies. Sometimes it's 2 grumpies.
Another occasion, the same kind of commotion happened, except this time it was like really loud, like high-pitched voices, screaming gnome.
Oh my god. Okay, so let me just put this a certain way. You're getting a night raid from people with pointy hats, and the pointy hats are green and not white for obvious reasons. Right? Like that's not allowed, right? Like that's I'm just saying, because this would have a kind of an entirely different feel to it if I mean, bro, I hate gnomes, bro.
So there was something called Gnome Night, where a bunch of gnomes,
God, they're all white too, bro. Jesus.
Go through the town of Beakeline carrying hats, and they turn everyone into gnomes. And once you transform into a gnome, you have to talk in a very high-pitched voice, and you have to say no, 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 no to everyone you pass. But that being said, some people didn't.
Yeah, that's insane. Yeah.
Like the gnomes because they were quite annoying, but like in a funny way. And you could choose to hunt down the gnomes and be gnome hunters. That happened too. Like people
based. It's just like hunting down shies. You know what I mean? Like,
literally went and just offed the gnomes. Yeah. So as for daytime activities, you're going to get lots of different things that you can do. Like swimming in the river, you can do the battles, you can go to the taverns, you can listen to live music. I mean, all the same things that happen at night happen during the day, except there's just a bit more partying at night, and I feel like more people kind of come out to play.
Guys.
More partying at night, and I feel like...
Who am I in this picture, like realistically speaking? If I was at this event, who on the screen do you really think that I am at the moment? I'm the guy in the quilt, in the kilt, shirtless, pretending to play the violin, completely wasted. It's cooked.
Like more people kind of come out to play. Now let's talk about the quests. So quests play a huge part at Beakeline. This brings the role-playing to life. It helps you gain currency within the world of Beakeline.
Why are there speakers? There aren't speakers. There are just louder voices that come out of boxes. They just box up shy players, and then they force them to scream from within inside the box.
And it helps you go on adventures and meet new people and explore the world.
Hooray, casino. Come and try. I would love to figure out what this quest is right here, but I can't read it. Do we have any French speakers here to help me solve this quest?
I'm gonna pay good money. If this guy walks up and is like, man, that's written in English, you're just drunk. I'm just gonna die.
You will see lots of them up on information boards.
I can't read this shit.
Scattered throughout Beakeline. You might see them posted on a pole. There's even prominent locations that you can go for quests specifically, like the Mage Tower. That's what it was this year, but I think the location varies from year to year, so you have to keep on the lookout for that. And if you're feeling a little creative, you can also create your own quests. Now, there are a ton of different activities that will happen at this event consistently. Like at the same time you are doing one thing, 5 other things will be happening. So it's really hard to decide what to do. And sometimes you might miss a few things. I have FOMO over something I missed. No, okay, I have FOMO over 3 things that I missed. I'm like thinking of more. My best piece of advice that I could give is go with the flow, I guess. If someone comes up to you and they're like, hey, meet me here at this time for this, just go. Don't be like, let me see what else I can find to do, because you never know what's going to come from that one thing that you decided not to go to. And that happened to me 3 times. That's on being indecisive. Pick wisely, of course. If it's something that...
Hey, walk into the woods with me at 3 in the morning. What for? You'll find out when you get here. That's what makes it exciting. Not the best advice in the entire world.
doesn't sound of any interest to you, don't go. But for the most part, things are going to be super cool, no matter what. Some really fun things that you can do in the world of beagling are things like duel. You can duel someone at any point in time. If you walk by someone, you can pull out a sword and just start fighting them. I remember at one point I was walking through Old Town.
You could just flag up, guys, in the open world.
With my friend Lauren, and he decided he didn't like pirates, so he pulled out his sword and started fighting them, and this in return ended up starting dagger fights within the tavern that went on for hours.
For the Emperor!
I should point out all these pussies fighting with daggers, bro. You just show up with a greatsword and just absolutely turbo somebody. You win this whole competition. You look like an alpha. It's free. Walk in with a lance, bro. Shit's over.
It was so much fun. Another really fun thing that you can do in beagling is you can actually put a bounty on someone's head, and it costs as little as 10 solar. And the person that has the bounty can actually hire people to guard them.
Wait, can I drag someone by the hair? Wanted alive? All right, bitch, you're coming with me, and you just run, you know, like...
Because when you're walking throughout the town, people will legit come chase you down to duel you because they get money.
Can I have workers that do my work for me? I send out to do tasks, and they come back and I feed them beer?
If they either assassinate you or deliver you to someone. Now let's talk about the shopping. There's places to buy clothing, there's places to buy armor and weapons, and you can also purchase normal everyday items from the general store, such as like toothpaste, toilet paper, towels, blankets.
Wait, are you purchasing this with real money or the imaginary kind? Because, like, I might go hard on this.
Anything camping related, anything that's essential that you might need. Also, I totally forgot to mention, in the general store, you can even buy things like produce as well. There are also many food vendors within Newtown and Old Town that you can go to. You can get anything from, like, pizza to Lebanese food to Asian food, beignets, crepes, baked goods. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff, and the food is fabulous. But with that, there's this little fun secret that I found out about thanks to Withers. Where are we going now?
We're going to the market and we're getting slushies and Jägermeister.
That guy's kind of a unit. He's a musketeer.
We only have one straw.
Your reaction was better. Let's hear it.
Jaeger bombs.
Oh, okay.
It's the flavor of Jaeger, but without the bite of it.
But without the decorum cup.
Okay, well, this is 8 fits nothing. Oh, okay. No, okay, no, that's fine.
It's great. It's great.
Oh my god, it looks like syrup.
Now I get more green.
Cheers.
Cheers.
But apparently it's good, because I don't drink, but everyone seemed to like it. And
Dude's a
besides
corsair? No, he's a musketeer, you uncultured swine.
Shopping, there are also taverns in both towns,
Idiot.
and there's a huge stage with live music located in Old Town. But music is everywhere, so you don't have to go just there to listen to the music, but there's some pretty good performers that will perform on that stage.
If you look really closely, you can see Garnier performing.
Next, I wanted to talk about Solar. So, yeah, There
some
is an
low-hanging
in-game
fruit.
currency, and you can actually make money here pretty easily, and you're going to want to because you can buy things with the in-game currency. You can buy food, you can buy drinks, you can buy clothes, you can buy accessories. Why wouldn't you want to make solar?
Dude,
It is actually
I would
pretty
spend
easy
so
to make
much
solar.
money.
Just for joining the game, you get 5 solar. But you can increase your solar very easily by selling trinkets that you either bring, that you...
Can I increase my solar with money? Money? If I just pay to win? Yes, no? You know, like
hand make. You can get solar by completing quests or participating in skirmishes.
Or can I just take it from someone weaker than me? Because again, this is what real life is like. You know what I mean? That's how it was in the Middle Ages. You just took it. You know what I mean? This is your stuff. This is my stuff.
Going on bounty hunts, fighting for a specific guild, becoming a spy, providing useful information to the military or the royal court.
Tell you what, I find a spy up in my shit, bro.
You can even just duel someone on the
snitches do be getting stitches at bitch Bicklin. Okay.
Streets that you just met and say, if I win, I get this much solar. Like, it's that easy. It's really easy. And you can also become a bard and go play for different guilds and get solar for that. And the best thing about solar is it actually stretches quite far. For instance, I remember I found this leather pouch that attaches to your belt. It was 20 solar. 20 solar. And that bag...
So you can literally buy shit with the imaginary... with the money that isn't real from the game? So they're not making any US dollars on it.
In the real world would have been about $80. 20 solar is easy to make. So when I saw that, I was like, wow, what? This is a good bang for your buck. You've
got like your own currency going on.
Yeah. If you've made it this far in the video, you're probably wondering, how can I go? How difficult is it going to be for me?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, bro. This is in Quebec? People said early on in the video, they said this is in Quebec. That means it's in nice people land?
For me to go. And I was wondering the same thing months ago.
How much is it?
Luckily, though,
I'm concerned that this is like crazy expensive.
That is where the Voyage North comes in, and that's where they came in for me, making it possible. So if you saw the video where I camped at the largest Renaissance fair in the world, you'll know that I packed.
Why did you time that guy out? How many Solaire for a quick... Tell me that people are not going to walk up to you and ask you that question during Bickling, okay? Like, he's not necessarily like that. That's 100% gonna get asked. You know what I mean? Because in medieval times, you know, like,
all of my camping gear into one suitcase for a weekend. And let's just say it wasn't the best idea. When I discovered that Bickling was going to be over a week long, I knew a similar approach just wouldn't work, especially because it was decorum, it's international, it's 3 hours from the airport, and I'd need to find a guild or just not even be a part of one, which would be difficult if I was going alone. All of that just sounded like too much. But luckily I discovered the Voyage North, and turns out they take care of all of that. So first of all, TVN handles all of the transportation. They provide a shuttle service to and from the Bickling grounds, which is about 3 hours from the airport. This alone would have been a huge expense having to rent a...
There's a surprising amount of women involved in this event. I'm just going to be honest. Normally, LARPing is made out to be a mainly guy, you know, thing.
Car for an entire week, and then also on top of that, just like gas and stuff. Wouldn't have been fun. So this was already worth it for me. Not only do they handle the transportation, but on...
Hey, what character are you gonna RP as in the LARP? I'm gonna be a harlot. I'm gonna be a slut. Yeah, for a whole week.
On the way to Bickling, they stop at this amazing decorum store where you can buy like last minute things like weapons, armor, and clothing just in case there's something you missed.
Why would you buy that stuff though if you can get it with the imaginary money?
They also offer exclusive discounts for TVN members, so you get a good deal. Next, they handle the lodging. So TVN sets up medieval style camp tents for you, and you can even choose your tent mates before the event. Each tent comes with an elevated cot to keep you off of the...
Bro, you don't go with the randomized tent enjoyer, bro. You pay the extra money. You get somebody to room with. There is no shot.
Ground, which is super important because of, well, A, bugs, and also rain, because rain. Okay. Trust me, you don't want your stuff getting wet. Another great thing about TVN are the guilds and community that you are instantly brought into because you go with them. If you are wanting to go to a LARP and you have no one to go with, like me, going by yourself and doing everything on your own, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. With TVN, there are a lot of people that are going by themselves because you're instantly brought into this community. And it's not just a community that you're brought into when you get there. It's a community you're brought into prior to even going because you gain instant access to a Discord chat that goes on year round. And this way you can make friends before you go. You can learn like the lore of the game. You can join in certain guilds. You can join in certain houses. And so before you even show up, you have people you know and you have things that you can already do. So it's super cool, especially for those who are like, I want to try this and I have no one that's willing to try it with me. You can go alone. Let's talk about the guilds and houses. So currently there are 4 guilds within TVN that you can join. There is Ordo Servi. That's the biggest.
Hold on, which one is coolest, guys? So I'm going to go ahead and say that these guys right here just win everything. So I'm probably just going to join them. And if not them, it's going to be the gay version of them. You know what I mean? I feel like this is kind of a Hufflepuff situation, and this is a Slither who? Okay, so like, actually, Griffin who? Like,
so currently there are 4 guilds within TVN that you can join. There is Ordo Servi. That's the biggest and most well-established guild. And this is
Gryffindor.
Also my guild. So I love Ordo. And then we have Militoon, which is the military guild. And they actually used to be a part.
We have the winning team. I can't emphasize enough, guys, that in medieval times, if you were the one winning the battles, you were the one that got to write the history books, that got to sleep with all the women, consensually for sure. You got all the free money and all the free shit, okay? You didn't have to steal anything. People would just give it to you because you had all the guns. I mean, weapons.
Part of
just like Texas today.
Ordo Servi, and they split off. Next is Nova Vitae, which is a guild of freedom fighters. And finally, there are the March Wardens, which they became popular because of Withers. Let's be honest. And they focus on mercenary work for hire. But each guild carries rich history that is involved in the world of Beakleen. So when you join, you kind of figure out what that is, you learn about it, and you can choose which guild fits you.
Was that a Musa? No, he didn't look like a loser.
And your personality best. All of these guilds are designed to be open and inclusive to all different types of characters. And within each guild, you can select a house. Houses really just give you the opportunity to deepen your role-playing experience. That's really what it is. I would say of all the activities...
Bro, I'm gonna tell you right now. If I come up on a house... Let's see if I can find it. And this shit starts playing. I am running because they're all sleeping with each other and they're related.
That there were. The random house activities that would happen were some of the coolest. For instance, my house, the House of Sinos, which is the combat house, they ended up raiding a camp and bringing back a body to a party. I mean...
what?
You have to be a part of a house to have an experience like that. If you aren't a part of that house...
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Bring that back. Hold up. Wait, what was that?
Random house activities that would happen were some of the coolest. For instance, my house, the House of Sinos, which is the combat house, they ended up raiding a camp and bringing back a body to a party.
Again, the winning team. Okay? This is what peak performance looks like. All right? They're barbarians. All right? But they're also the winners. Okay? Can't emphasize how important it is to be on the winning team.
Party. I mean, You have to be a part of a house to have an experience like that. If you aren't a part of that house, you wouldn't get to experience that like weird.
So what did you do with the body? Never mind. Just
event that happened. You know, so it's really important to get involved in a house because it just adds an extra element to role playing and the storyline. And you're gonna love it. I'm telling you, you're gonna love it. Each guild has its own camp, so you'll instantly feel at home with that group because they're a part of your guild and you all have something in common, and most likely you're going to be like attending similar things together because you were all there together. And of course this is optional, but like it does happen. And not to mention, the guilds are fully decorated with indoor and outdoor seating. You have lighting everywhere, you have bonfires, large gathering tents for meetings, parties, and each camp has a group of volunteers who take care of all of the, you know, the details. They fill out the schedule on the blackboard telling you which activities you can attend at what time, so that way you kind of have it all written out for you. TVN also provides a custom tabard of your guild colors, which you can wear throughout the week, or you can wear.
Oh, that's sick, bro. I would totally wear that.
You get to take this home with you too, so it's super cool. They also cover meals, so you'll get up to 2 catered meals per day. You get breakfast and dinner. Next is combat training. So
that looks like better than what I eat on a regular basis. The goldfish, also SpaghettiOs, sometimes macaroni and cheese, shells and cheese.
Luckily with TVN, combat training comes with the deal, and it's something that is mandatory if you do plan on fighting at any point during your Beakeling experience. It includes training with a professional instructor, Mills, who is highly experienced and has practiced nearly every form of medieval combat. This combat training not only ensures that you are playing safely and following the rules, but it also ensures that you are prepared and you know what's to come, you know? And it also showed me it's not that scary, it's just fun. But on top of that combat training, which you will have that is mandatory, you can also train one-on-one with instructors within TVN. I'm gonna say something. There is a Olympic fencer that is in TVN who you can train with.
Wait. Stivios.
It really doesn't get better than that. And if you're with the military guild, for instance, they fight every single day in the street and they do training, like one-on-one training. You don't have to be in that guild specifically to join in on this though. Like you can fight and train with people at any point. You can go up to someone and be like, hey, will you train with me? Will you teach me like everything you know? Because there are many incredible fighters there that have been doing this for decades, guys. It's like school for combat. It is. It's freaking great. It's great. I got to train with Jack Fletcher, who is very trained in sword fighting in many different.
That guy's armor is sick. Look at this. Crafted a cup with a lion on the front of it. Okay? I'm just saying. Bro, that guy's a unit. All right?
Different types of sword fighting, and I learned so much from training with him. It literally took me from beginner to intermediate or better in one session. Like, it was a long session too. It was like
she's still garbage.
About an hour of training. So imagine doing that every single day for a week.
I'm scared.
Okay, you're never holding it like that. That's a great way to die. There you go.
So all of that being said, that is how I went to Beakeling. I went with TVN. This ended up being the most convenient way for me to go, especially traveling internationally from California, not having any camping stuff, not having any.
It's the main character. If that guy walked up and said, my name is the main character, I would die. That would... I respect it. You know what I mean?
Experience in LARPing whatsoever, and also going by myself. It was like a almost all-inclusive package that allowed me to go experience a LARP.
How much
stress.
money
Just
is
showed up
it?
with myself and my clothes, guys, and I lived the life I've always wanted to live, and I made great friends and great experiences doing it, and that, you know, that's all I could ask for. So that is everything. That is Beakeling, guys. That is the world of Beakeling, the Grand Bataille. Obviously, there's so much more to talk about that I did not touch up on in this video, and I will be doing more videos about Beakeling and my experience there in the future, so stay tuned. But this is kind of the gist of what the event is and kind of what to expect and how to go.
Dude, I don't know. This looks pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I should try. They should pay me to do this. That's what this is. This, I am worried about how much this costs. Oh, this is like the... Okay, so that's the website. What's this like Voyage North thing? The voyagenorth.com. Alright, so... Bro. The content for something like that would be insane. You guys would probably love that. Click to apply. Oh god, they don't even tell you. They don't even tell you what the price is. That's how bad it is. Oh god. Is there a price somewhere? No, there is not. Oh god. How much is the voyage? Oh, there it is. Voyage. No. It's kind of scary how it just fills this in. Here we go. $3,000 for the cabin option. Well, that's actually not that bad. All things said and done, 3K is not, well, that probably does not include the airfare, the ride out there, the ride back, like, and everything else. Right? For 7 days? Yeah, I mean, that's not that bad. I think I looked this up. That's why this is clicked. I'm like, why is this clicked on before? This is clicked on because I just wanted... I must have gone to this before, but I don't remember seeing $3,000. Yeah, this is over a year ago. I must have seen this before. Asmongold might enjoy that. I think that pretty much all MMO players probably would enjoy this experience. I'll be honest. Here's the video here.